I'm Aaron.
And I'm Christina, and this is our DIY tiny house, and we live in Kaufman County, Texas. Yeah, we had a wedding in here.
Right there, where you are.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting.
Pretty cool. Her family is cool. Like, they are just like down to earth, grounded people, and if you do something for yourself, they support you and they don't try to drag you down. They also don't attach anything to material things. Like, they don't care about to have the biggest house, they don't care to have the biggest check, they don't care to have the nicest car or newest thing. So it's nice to see individuals like that. So what's happening in North America with the youth is you've been programmed to say, okay, I graduated high school, now I need to go to a good college. Now after college, I get a degree, now I need a big house, I need a new car, I need a dog, I need a family, I need all these things. But then you meet people like her family where they just need a place to sleep, to eat, and they don't have these internal wants that everybody else does. So the whole purpose behind the tiny home is to branch away from this mainstream blueprint that these people have set for their own futures.
The American dream.
The American dream, or we'll say North American dream. But I think there's a branch, and then now we're seeing, especially how the economy is, inflation, all these other things, you're seeing that branch. And then when you see people like us who don't know anything, but we have internet, and we can figure out how to do that thing for ourselves.
We've been living in the tiny house for 6 years.
It's a fifth wheel trailer, 35 feet long, 8 feet wide, 280 square feet on the inside.
We're parked out here on my family's property out in the country, and we built these beehives and chicken houses, and we're just living the farm life.
On the outside of the house, we have a screened-in porch that's bigger than the actual house.
So let's go check out the inside of the tiny house. Welcome to our 6-stud tiny house. While designing the tiny house, I wanted it to feel more open and spacious. So we added tall ceilings, and we did the 10 windows and the double paned doors.
Thanks to Care of for sponsoring this video. I like feeling good, you know? Who doesn't? But I don't like standing in the vitamin and supplement aisle at the grocery store. It's overwhelming. That's why I like Care of. It's a subscription service that ships high-quality, personalized vitamins, supplements, and powders to your door every month. All made from good-for-you clean ingredients backed by the latest science and research, so you can feel good about what you're putting in your body. I love how easy Care of makes the entire process. Care of's quick quiz takes all the guesswork out of building your routine. Answer questions about your diet, lifestyle, and health goals. And they recommend the right products for your specific needs and goals. This winter, I focused on building my immune system. The probiotic blend vitamins and the gut check powder are supercharging my gut health and keeping me regular. Take Care of's quiz and see what vitamins and supplements they recommend for you. Click on the link below and use our code TINYHOUSE50 for 50% off your first order with Care of.
In front of the house, we have a king-size bed and a tiny home. I'm pretty sure you don't see that. We have our library, our AC unit, and we have a twin bed for the children and or couch if we need it. We chose to have a king-size bed in a tiny home because we needed a place for our children to sleep as well as us. So we purchased a hydraulic mattress lifter from Amazon, and then we built a bed frame around it. This couch right here is a day bed and a trundle at the same time.
I think we spent probably close to $40,000 building it. I mean, we paid as we went. We used a little bit of credit card. We probably had about $15,000 in credit card debt when we finished it. We paid that off pretty quick. We're not currently paying any rent or any taxes or anything on the land that we're on since it's family owned. We're so blessed that we have that opportunity to be here and enjoy the nature and the surrounding areas that we have. We initially wanted to live in the tiny house for at least 5 years. So we didn't build a nursery, or we didn't build like an area for the baby or anything. So we weren't really planning on jumping into children immediately after living in the tiny house.
Having kids in the tiny house is one word: messy. We can put that like big letters above us: messy.
The positives I see in having kids in a tiny house is you can be, in the restroom, you could be in the bedroom, you could be anywhere on any side of the house, and you can still see your kids. You can see what they're doing. You can look around. I mean, you just turn your head and you can see them. So if they're hurt, you're like right there. If they're unhappy, if they're, fighting over something, you're just right there. You can see everything, or hear them literally. But it's just one of those things that toddlers, they try to get into everything they're not supposed to. So this is the middle of the house. It's the kitchen. I would say it's the heart of the house because it has all the food and all the cooking and everything that goes into it. So I wanted a bigger sink in the kitchen because I do a lot of cooking and preparing for like Thanksgiving and Christmas and birthday parties. And I just wanted to have a full-size sink that can accommodate my cooking lifestyle. It's nice to have a bigger spot for you to have your kids' bottles, cups, spoons, everything. They all always go up to the sink and throw their spoon or their old yogurt into the sink because they think it's the trash can for some reason, but they have a spot that they know they're supposed to put their dirty dishes. And on this side is our dishwasher. It's a full-size dishwasher. And I put it on this side of the house because I didn't want people to be staring at a dishwasher when they walked into the house from the double doors. It's also next to our silverware drawer, and this is where we store our big pots and pans. And then we have our vitamin cabinet or medicine cabinet also right here that rolls out to the side. More towards the back of the house, we have the 3/4 full-size fridge. And I wanted a bigger size fridge so I can store more food, and we only go shopping probably once a week. This is our full-size range and our oven, and our kids really enjoy watching and learning the process of baking cinnamon rolls and cookies and all the little yummy treats we get to do. We also have the over-the-stove microwave, and we also have an air fryer that we use to crisp up fries and reheat items.
In the back of the house, we have a bathroom. We wanted a little extra space to kind of house our toothbrushes and different amenities and our towels that we needed. We found these cabinets at Habitat Humanity. We tried to figure out how it would work and flow in the kitchen. It ended up in the restroom, and then we added a counter space because we knew we needed it. We found this kind of less wide sink. Kind of looks like the back of a toilet, but it's a sink. We went with the flush toilet because we had an existing septic to tie into, and then the convenience factor for the children makes it easier for them to process using this toilet and then using other toilets in public. We went with the garden tub because we really like baths. We have a shower for convenience for washing the kids off when they get dirty from playing outside. So then we started thinking like, okay, we have an 8x8 space and we have laundry, so we need to wash that laundry. So in between the bathroom and the kitchen, we're like, okay, we'll do a vertical washer and dryer. At the same time, we have this closet with efficient drawers that we find off Amazon. So this is where we house all of our clothing, and then our more nicer items are up here on the rack. Living out here in this environment with nature is really effective for the mental health. You don't really know that you stress about your neighbor until you hear that noise. And then being in this environment creates that pause and that quietness where you can do a nature walk and kind of feel and hear the wind, and you actually hear the birds as opposed to just chime the birds out or these noises or the cows. My advice to anybody who wants to build a tiny house for themselves, if you do enough research and you watch enough videos and you have a support system behind you, go ahead and do that thing, right? Because how I was raised We didn't touch outlets, we didn't touch switches until you start doing that and getting comfortable with doing things with your hands and seeing that, oh, I can do that thing and I can do that thing. And then you start doing more research, like a stud is a 2x4 and it's like, okay, 16 to 24 inches on center from each other. Like, I can do that. I can put the electrical in. Okay, now I can do a faucet and then I can put water in. Like, well, then you have pretty much a house, right? It was all just like a stair step of abilities until we were like, okay, this is something we can do. But my advice to anybody who wants to do anything for themselves is to do it themselves safely. Now, if you go in there and don't do the research and don't know what you're doing, then ask for advice. And her family had a lot of advice and support. She's a pretty good craftsman, and then I am not so good, but I eventually got there. But YouTube University is probably key to most all of this.
I mean, save money. Honestly, your dream and your wants of what you look forward to into living in a tiny house, if you're really wanting to live in a tiny house. I mean, there's probably more pros than there are cons, though, in living in a tiny house, for sure. Once you realize those pros, I mean, it's just one of those things where there's no way to turn around and go back.
Thank you for watching our video and for stopping by Tiny House Expedition. I'm Alexis.
And I'm Christian. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And for more tiny home tours and stories, click the videos below.
And join us on Instagram for bonus content,
including face-to-face conversations with us. We hope to see you there.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.